We have 20 seconds. So it's still dynamic, but I'm not having to lift so much of my body weight. So this is a great way to start. You can even go something a little bit lower if you want to use your rebounder or a coffee table or whatever, something sturdy. Last 3, 2, 1, and that's time. So that's our crawl out. Excellent. Did you do the push-up? So now we want to introduce the weights. So if you have hand weights or if you have soup cans or whatever you have that's resistance lying around your home, we actually have dumbbells. And so we're going to use those for this exercise. It's called a bent over row. And the name implies what we're doing. We're going to have our wrists face away the thigh. Our feet are about shoulder width. And we're going to hinge from the hip, just like with that squat pattern. We're going to make sure our arms are extended. And then we're going to pull back, drive the elbows back. So the weights are up here at your ribs. And then we're going to release. We're going to go for 4 more. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. 2, 3, yep, take that time to squeeze it. And 4, then we're just gonna stand, release the spine, and we're gonna go back down for another round. We're actually gonna do 5 here. So it's knee all the way up to the navel, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. This is such a terrific exercise for the posture. You might say, oh, my posture is not very good. Well, this is an exercise that you can do to strengthen it. Our shoulders tend to droop forward and we start to shrink. No, we don't want that. So you can do your bent over rows. I'm really starting to feel this in my upper back. Let's stand, release. It's also great for your glutes and your torso muscles because we're having to balance. And it's kind of like an isometric hold for those glutes, especially with the weights being in front. They have to contract. That's right. That's right. You're also working the biceps too. You might feel it there. And then we're going to stand and release that. It's probably been about a minute. Whew, I feel that. Yeah. That's good. Now, friends, don't feel bad if you don't have weights or you don't want to start right off with weights. Just go through the movement mock style, right? Engage those shoulder blades. That's the best way to learn, is just to engage and contract those muscles. Yes, and always neutral spine, right? The spine is always neutral, meaning that we're keeping that arch in the lower back as we row. So we're not putting stress on the lower back. We're putting stress in the right area here in the upper back. Right. Yes. Mm-hmm. Excellent. Now our last exercise is in, out drill. So we're going to take our feet wide. This is what it looks like. In, out, out. In, out, out. So we're going to go 30 seconds. Again, keep your posture correct. We're going to go right now. In, out, out. It's fast feet. So we want to try to keep the torso still, but you're moving your feet as quickly as possible. On the toes, working the calves, working the abdominals. It reminds me of a football player drill. But it really does shoot your heart rate up. It might look easy at home, but give it a try. It's actually deceptively hard. Yes. It's a good way to get some pinned up energy out of the kids. You just start them on this, okay? Very good. 5 seconds. Ooh, my legs are burning. Yes, mine are too. All right, let's march it out. Good job, guys. That's your little workout. Now, you can go back and you can repeat. Do you remember the first exercise we did? It's okay. We're not quizzing you, but it was the squat with a knee hug. Remember that? You go back, you repeat the circuit. Or you can stop right there. March it out, right? Because my heart rate went up. Sure did. Just march it out to cool down. And that's the little workout we wanted to show you.
Only at LSR do you get synchronized twins and a video, folks, that you can save and do this every morning. Like, save this link, share this link, and you can go through. They got more to share with you. You see the rebounder. They've got some stretchy things and other things they're going to show you. But just there, you got a daily workout you can start with and even just do it once the first day. with no weights, or grab a couple of soup cans or something like that. If you don't have weights, and just get busy doing something, even if you're doing it all inverted and modified. Don't worry about that. No one's judging. In fact, you're doing it. How many people actually exercise every day? If you do something, you're already in the top quartile of performers. So I'm everybody's biggest fan. And by the way, Aaron and Lauren, I know, set the bar pretty high that they can carry on a conversation while doing these. I mean, if I was doing those side steps things, I remember doing those in soccer practice as a kid. If I did those right now, man, I wouldn't be able to do the demo. I'd be like, can you talk for me? But I think a lot of people, hopefully, even during the live broadcast, did any of you guys, get up and start doing some of this stuff? I couldn't. I have to be in front of the mic. That's the reason I'm not. Yeah, but anyway, I love that opener. So, do you recommend doing that routine and then following it up also with what you're going to show us next, or would that be like an every other day? Do you do all these in one day?
You could certainly do this routine every other day. To sandwich this routine, like the next day, you could do something like you're taking a walk. You find a big hill in your neighborhood and you're power walking up the hill, or you're power walking on the track, you're going for a bike ride, or even rebounding. Any kind of cardiovascular training is great where it's a prolonged period of time, 30 minutes. That's a great way to go into, like, let's say Monday, you're doing some weight training, you're doing some resistance training. And then Tuesday, you can go into your cardiovascular training. Now, we brought in the rebounder as a way to say, hey, you know what? This is a versatile tool. So you can use this as a part of your warm-up. Now, we just showed you a few exercises like with your dynamic warm-up that you can do. But actually, the rebounder is great for lubricating your joints, the vertebrae in your back, and really opening up those chest and torso muscles and activating the gluteals. So certainly if you have a rebounder, you can bounce on it for a few minutes as a part of your warm-up regimen before going into the dynamic drills that we showed you earlier.
Well, show us. Yeah, take us through the next series of exercises.
All right. So Aaron's going to get up on the rebounder. I like to take off my shoes because I feel like I work a little bit harder. Like the bottoms of my feet can actually connect to the mat. And so there's some benefit there. In fact, we were talking about balance earlier, and one of the best ways to improve your balance is actually to stand on the rebounder and use the rebounder as often as possible. You wouldn't normally make that connection, oh, I want better balance, I should stay off the rebounder, but it's actually the opposite to achieve better balance.